Hello everyone, this is Persephone and I have an Indian fan on YouTube who asked me to make a video about my experiences with Indian clients. I used to have a previous video, but I have over 300 unedited videos right now, so I'm sorry I don't know where it is, so I'm just going to remake it, okay? I'm going to say that this is a case that is very interesting because I have two polar opposite opinions about Indian men. And I have to say that the Indian men on paid social media are vastly different and superior to men on free social media. And if you are going to say, what do you mean by that? I'm going to put it simple to start the video. The Indian men on paid social media are black pill, and the Indian men on free social media like Facebook are blue pill. This applies to every race. It's not something that happens to Indian men only. But because they have this horrible reputation from most women online and all of these memes, I want to set the record straight. I don't support that. I don't believe that all Indian men are this way. Would I date an Indian man? Most definitely, if I found the right man. Race never stopped me, so you know me. And also, Indian men are still Asian men, in my opinion, at least. So that includes them to my preferences. Let's start by the Indian men on paid social media. I have a lot of them who are actually talking to me on NiteFlirt, and I could say they are the top clients there. They are the most respectful, they are never stingy, they are usually very educated people, and we discuss things that are very interesting, not just like fetishes and femdom sessions and stuff. And they're also interested in getting to know me as a person, which is, I'm not really used to it, to platforms that they are like adult and BDSM, and most people are like there for one reason. You know, the reason is YouTube. We have to use our imagination. So they end up becoming returning clients, and I find more and more about their lives. And I have to say that I can relate to them so much because we both had the same awful tiger parenting, that it's mostly in Asia, but it happened to me too for some reason. I don't know. So I'm going to name two examples. One example is an Indian guy that he is a programmer that I know him from NiteFlirt, and he managed to immigrate to the US because he was extremely hardworking and good at his job, and he was living there single. He went on dates with women from different races, and his parents bitched and whined and complained and decided to make an arranged marriage for him with an Indian girl that she was also a programmer. So he said that because he wasn't accustomed to handling conflict well, and because the girl looked cute, he decided, why not? I'm Indian, she's Indian, we're both programmers, it's going to work out. So the girl, they get married after knowing each other, like very briefly, arranged marriage and all that, and the girl moves in with him. And she decides to get two cats. You're going to say, why do we care about the cats? Oh my God, another convoluted, rambling story. You will see. So after she moves in with him, and because she was waiting for her visa and she couldn't work in the meantime, you know, all of those immigration things, I don't want to expand, it's triggering to me. And the moment she moves in, her personality changes completely. First of all, she put on 60 pounds. Like, really, you heard correctly, 60 pounds in 2 months. She ate only junk food. She never cooked, she never cleaned, and she started some kind of gamer girl channel where she was talking to a bunch of creeps and perverts from Discord. And she would tell him that I don't like you, and you should just work all day and come clean the house. And if you don't do that, I'm going to kill the cats, I'm going to abuse the cats, which like made my skin crawl, like what the fuck. And if you say, well, Persephone, you're associated with a 2-inch happy club, so what did you expect? The guy was average in everything. I'm just going to say it like that because it's YouTube, so it was not the 2-inch problem or some other problem. He was a normal person. She was the one who was not normal. So he was calling me to talk to someone, basically, and I encouraged him to go to therapy, and he did. And he said that towards the end, when he went home, the pizza boxes and the trash and the black plastic trash bags were reaching the ceiling because she wouldn't cook or clean for like weeks, and she would be on Discord and gaming 24/7. And if I say, okay, was she a gamer girl and did she make any money? She wasn't really making money, at least not enough to sustain herself, except the occasional donation that most women get because they're women and they are on Twitch. And eventually she ran away with some guy, some white loser that he was living in a trailer, and he was a drug addict, so she ran away. And then after a few days after the guy kicked her out, she came back crying and she said that she wants another chance, and nothing changed. So the guy, he was asking me what to do, and I told him that you need to talk to your parents, this can't continue. And his parents said that it's his fault and he needs to fix his marriage with the Indian girl and to not divorce because it's going to bring shame to the family. And I'm very proud of this man because this is where the black pill element starts. He went to therapy. The therapist pretty much said the same that I said, that it's common sense that he needs to live and this woman isn't safe and she's threatening to kill animals, which is very bad. So he took his 2 cats, he found a different apartment and he moved out, and he is slowly trying to recover now. And he is into some fandom kinks, nothing really that extreme and nothing that would explain her behavior, because she was like, I don't know what this woman was into. For me, she had severe undiagnosed mental illness and she didn't want help because he offered to pay her for therapy for her gaming addiction at least and her binge eating addiction, and she rejected both. So he was trying to recover. His parents were mad at him, and I don't know what she's doing. I think her parents are still financially supporting her or pressuring her to get a job, but her entire family scammed him. So she lost a lot of weight to make herself presentable for an arranged marriage. I don't know how she got her programming degree, but she never planned to work. And after that, she trapped the person and tried to ruin his life. So I'm very happy that him and his cats are safe. And he really understands how life works. He doesn't try to take over my time. He's paying whatever my rate is on the calls. And I don't want to advertise Netflix here, so forget about that. So he's a person that I considered very unlucky. And this has nothing to do with his race. It can happen to anyone, honestly. If someone targets you to scam you like that and you don't live together, how are you going to know the signs? It's extremely difficult. That woman was planning her entire life around scamming. So I meet other people like that on Nightflirt that they are usually very, very respectful. They have goals. They ask me how to find a girlfriend, and things go very well. Now my second example. An Indian guy I met on Twitter through some other woman that she was dating him. I'm not going to expand on this woman because she used to be my former friend, but she broke up with that guy, and after that, the Indian guy was dating another girl online. He was extremely creepy. He was parasitic. He was 40 years old and never had a job. He was pretending to be depressed. I don't believe he was actually depressed based on the way that he was acting. And you're going to say, okay, how are you diagnosing people as not depressed? Well, he tried sexually harassing me. I didn't care. Then he tried using me to triangulate his girlfriend and make her insecure, saying, I say, oh, I thought we were playing a game. You're sending this picture and I'm sending an exciting BBC picture. Isn't that what you wanted? And they blocked me. So to get back into our topic, I truly believe that your race can make your life more challenging compared to other people's of different races. Also your location, your appearance, mental illness that your toxic family may have created, and so on. But I believe that if you are strategic, if you know what you want, and if you work every day towards it, there can be improvement and light at the end of the tunnel. No, I don't believe that everyone can be an amazing alpha with a harem of women, because that's do you know the Chinese parenting, the tiger parenting, where the Chinese mom says, if my child works hard enough, they are definitely going to be on top of the class. Yeah, but if everyone is going to be on top of the class, who's going to be in the middle of the class? Who's going to be at the bottom of the class? Not everyone can be at the top. So in a similar way, you cannot be necessarily at the top, but you can have a pretty good life still, and it's worth a shot. So I have a mixed bag when it comes to my experiences with Indian men. I would say that the ones who understand how the world works, that you're not entitled to female time and attention, are great. The ones who think that they should be on Facebook or Twitter on any kind of free media playing the victim, they're not great. And they are going to die alone because the 40-year-old Indian dude I mentioned, right now he doesn't date anyone. Women either blocked him or if they tried to date him, left him. And he's 40. So the chances of finding someone when he's 40 plus are minuscule because he still hasn't had a job. I know through the gossip online. He's getting fatter, his hair has been falling, and he still lives with his mom, who has even crazier demands than him. I'm going to tell you, for me, as I am right now, and you can call me entitled, white, toxic person, I don't care. I'm just honest. If I would have to go to a different country and speak one more language from scratch and learn to cook a variety of different dishes and sacrifice my privacy to live with my in-laws, I don't have a problem taking care of people if they're nice, but it's still difficult, especially when I have to take care of myself and my health isn't the best. you would have to be at least a 9 out of 10 and a millionaire. And when I say 9 out of 10, I mean based on my standards, which means at least 6 feet tall. And I think I had my standards in a video, or maybe I took it down because people were threatening to commit suicide, but you'll have to be a 9 out of 10. I'm not going to do that for any random Braden, Jaden, and Caden from Zerwater Heights who thinks that, oh, I'm online looking for a girlfriend, so she should be online looking for a boyfriend. Everything is filtered through what you want, through your eyes, through your opinions. I'm online for many reasons. Finding a boyfriend isn't one of them.